Yeah, so we've been friends for a year, and now we finally get to meet you to this Tell Somebody episode. So we'll start with your story first. Who is the first person that abused you?
I think he was considered our roommate. It was I think my mom was renting a room, and we had 2 rooms. Because I did have my own room. His name was Frank. I don't know anything about him or anything. I just know he was old, and I used to watch, because we didn't have a TV in the living room. We had only TV in his room. And so I was on the bed, and he touched me in places.
How old were you?
Like 8. 7, 8, yeah, because we lived in West Bay.
Did he ask you to keep it a secret?
I don't remember. I think I felt some type of way, and so I kept it quiet for a minute. And then I went to the babysitter because I felt bad, and my mom was working. My mom was a bartender and worked crazy hours. It happened when I went to go watch cartoons, like any 8-year-old, and the only TV was in his room, and the door was open, but my mom wasn't home, and it was just us.
Was it just that one time that he touched you?
I think so, once or twice. Yeah, it wasn't that. It was just inappropriate touching. It wasn't like.
Yeah. And child molesters groom, so even looking back, now knowing that there was a TV only in his room, he probably did that on purpose so that you could be in there on the bed so he could start it off.
And I think I remember being scared.
So you told your babysitter, and then your babysitter told your mom, and then what'd your mom do?
I think it was the day we moved out. I was told to stay in the car. My mom went in with some friends, probably some patrons of where she worked. And then I heard a gun go. I don't think she shot him personally, but I think she shot at him. Yeah.
And they came running out.
Everybody's like, you stay in the car, yelling at me. I'm like, oh, okay. I just remember taking off. And then we lived a couple other places after that. And then I went to go live with my aunt in Bakersfield for a little bit after that, and then I did come home after that, and it was only maybe 2 or 3 months, and I think that's when my cousin took advantage of me.
Did he just touch you? He raped you, and you never told anybody, even still to this day? And now you're telling your secret for everyone to come out, and it's okay, because you have to tell somebody to heal. And it's sad when you can't tell because of the shame or the guilt. When we're not supposed to feel that, the person that did that is supposed to feel it. And when we don't tell, they feel like they got away with it. And it keeps happening over and over and over again. But I just applaud you for telling, because it's okay. It's okay.
I kept my kids, I didn't have, I had, the 5 years or 3.5 years that me and my kids' dad were separated, I had other relationships, but I didn't have them. I had one boyfriend, one night, when Asia was about 6 months old, come stay the night, and I felt some type of horrible way, and I was after he left, I was never again. And I had relationships. She would go to her grandparents' house, and I would have company come over. But only that one time and she was a baby, so I don't think it really but.
Well, that's great. That means you're a great mother because you set up precautions. That's what happens is a lot of people get abused like you by their mothers, boyfriends coming in and out of the house, and you set up precautions by
we lived a couple places growing up. My mom was a bartender. She was an alcoholic. So she put me in all kinds of crazy shit, I didn't deserve.
You saw a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and and then, so I was when I had her, I was just not happening. No boyfriends until I legitly know it's for real, serious, gonna put a ring on my finger type stuff,
So what happened is that when you got older, you met a man, you guys
it was my daughter's father. He was technically not, verbally abusive, but, mentally and emotionally.
So did you think that he was abusing your children growing up?
Ava, I thought she was okay. That's her father. You don't think that he is going to hurt her. And so when she came to me and said, Mommy, we need a crib, I was like, what the WTF? What crib? Like, are we getting another puppy or something? And she lifted up her shirt. And
she was pregnant. How old was she?
15.
15.
Barely 15.
And she didn't tell you who it was
and
by?
She made up some story. And I was like, okay. Because, you know, when your child just randomly says, I'm pregnant, and then she's got full belly right there, and you're like, okay, I was working, and your dad's supposed to be watching you. And she said she went swimming. Because we, permanent pool, you know. And she hooked up with some kid. After she had the baby, like, she stuck to that story that she hooked up with somebody at the pool.
So when did you find out it was her dad's baby?
When Ryu was 10 months old. Because CPS did come after the baby was born. I was like, who's this baby's dad, you know? And she got all feisty and loud with the CPS guy. So, like, I didn't know, you know? And so when the offer was given, oh, we'll get this house, and da-da-da, I was like, ooh, free house, no rent, let's roll, you know? And I think, in all reality, he was running. Because I think he kind of figured, you know, the truth was going to eventually come out.
So your daughter's father wanted to move you guys all to Florida and said it was for one reason, to be closer to his family, but really you think he was trying to run from CPS because he was scared.
Yeah.
So how did it finally come out that he was the dad?
Well, I started noticing, like, things. I don't know if I was necessarily, like, I was uncomfortable
with seeing how your daughter and her father were reacting in their closeness to each other.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know if I'm tripping, because I wasn't raised with my dad. It just pissed me off.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Ooh.
At least you saw the signs of it, though. Some parents see the signs and don't do anything. Like, you did something about it.
After a stop at Jack in the Box, and Mom, I need to tell you something. It's about Dad. I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay. It's okay. Even if you do cry, it's okay.
She's like, Rio's not only my son, but he's my brother. And I was like, I had to ask. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? And she just spilled everything. And so that night, like, after she told us, we had a conversation with Aunt and Uncle in the room,
and her dad? And you all had a conversation?
Yeah.
So you confronted him?
Oh, yeah.
And what did he say? Did he deny it?
Not exactly. He did, but...
So how did the rest of the night go?
I want to say about 5 or 6 police and a hospital visit.
You called the police?
Oh, yeah.
And he's been in jail ever since? Well, that's good. That's great.
It was such a horrible New Year.
The best thing is that he's been in jail. So how long has he been in jail for?
Since December 31st, 2015.
So it's been 2 years.
Almost.
Yes. Girl, you're out here doing stuff that people aren't doing. All these stories that I post all the time are all of people saying how their parents didn't do anything. And look at you out here. If you could tell survivors something, what would you tell them?
Crying is okay.
Crying is okay.
If your kids, like, come to you,
do something.
Tell, like, look into it, investigate it. Just believe your babies.
And do just like you. Don't wait for your kids to come talk to you. If you have an intuition, talk to them.
If you're not comfortable with your significant other being around your, not being around your kids, but acting a certain way, you know, like, talk to your child.
Yes.
Yeah, talk to your baby. And it's not just little girls. It's little boys,
yes,
too.
It is. Yes, it is. 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 5 boys, and those are just kids who reported it, so it's way more.
And I don't, you know, reading all the stuff I've read in the last year, like, boys don't talk at all.
They don't. I've had a couple men come forward with my movement, and I love it.
Like, yell. I was talking to a family member, and I was telling them about when the DNA came back, you know, and they're all, shh, don't talk about it. And I felt some type of way, you know, and then I found your movement, and I was like, that pissed me off.